What's up, beauties? I missed y'all. Listen, we are back with a new video today, y'all, and I just want to say this video is going to be very lengthy. Okay, it's going to be very detailed, so make sure you guys go ahead and get your little snacks ready, get your pen and paper, because we are going to get very detailed and show y'all everything step by step on how to install your wig on yourself. And this video will include the braid down, the ball cap, the installation, and the styling. That's why it's about 50 minutes long. So just go ahead and click that like button now. Click that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And make sure you guys head over to my website to purchase my products. That way you can slay your wig and have it melted, held down. You know what I'm saying? The whole shebang, just like me. So for starters, we're going to go ahead and get into this wig. Now, y'all know I always work with Westkiss, and I absolutely love their wigs every single time. They never disappoint. And they sent your girl a 32-inch curly curly wig, and it was super full and everything. I absolutely love it, and it was HD lace. So yes, now it's time to get into the slay. All the details will be listed down below, so but y'all knew that already, because y'all not new to this, y'all true to this. But however, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, this video is going to be lengthy, so let's get right into it. Now, as you guys can see, I showed you guys my natural hair. Yes, I know my hair is long. I don't never really wear it out unless I'm just doing, like, you know, a quick little hair break for maybe 1 or 2 days, 3 days max, and then back under the wigs it go. And as y'all can see, wearing wigs do not make you bald head. I made a TikTok about this. And honestly, in my opinion, the more your hair is braided down, the more time you have for it just to grow and grow and grow and grow underneath your lace installs. So it's very important that you do have a neat braid down. I know some people like to be lazy and slap like 2 big under braids or 4 big aki braids. Like, listen, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you take your time to braid down your hair, because the smaller and the neater your braids, the flatter your wig install is going to be. I'm gonna say that again. The neater and the flatter and the smaller you do your braids, you will have a wig install that's on flat, okay? That is the goal. We're not doing no Humpty Dumpties this year. This is not the season for that. I know it's about to be a hot girl summer, hot boy summer, and we're gonna be wearing our laces or whatever. And of course, y'all need to go ahead and, you know, head to my website, copy out the real waterproof glue, and y'all gonna be just fine, okay? But yes, the braid down is very important. This is the foundation of your lace install. Don't matter if it's a lace closure, lace wig, lace frontal, it does not matter. Anything lace, you need to have a nice and flat foundation, and that way your wig will be laid down nice, flat, and neat, okay? So of course for me, and I'm gonna tell y'all now, my parts ain't gonna be the straightest parts. So, hey, okay, I'm just doing what I can. One, I hate braiding my own hair. I do it all the time myself, but, you know, my last video, I had Shari do it for me. So if Shari's not at my house, then I just have to make it do what it do. And honestly, I do not take my braids out every install that I remove. I really let my braids just ride out. Like, if y'all know me and y'all have watched many of my videos, y'all already know that when it comes to me doing my ball cap, if y'all do see my braids, they are never fresh, okay? Because I really just let those things sit, and I just let them just grow out until I can't take it no more, and I have to wash my hair and, you know, oil it down. So I'm gonna be doing about, I would say, like 10 to 12 braids. And my hair is a little bit finer, so it's naturally on a thinner side, so that way I can do about 10 to 12 braids and my hair can still be flat. But honestly, if you have really thick and full hair, you might want to you know, kind of like do at least 15, or just, you know, neat enough for it to still lay flat. And honestly, before I start braiding, what I do is I part my hair down the middle all the way, like half, in 2 halves. That way I don't have a braid directly in the middle of my head. That means the actual middle of my head would just be parting space, and that's perfect if you finna do a nice little bust down the middle. You don't gotta worry about no little hump because the braid there, because it won't be no braid directly in the middle. And as far as my braiding pattern, I just go straight back, but I do the connect the braids method. So once you braid the first braid all the way down. Once you get to that second braid or the braid that's after that one, you want to pull the tail of that braid up into the current braid that you are braiding, and that's how you don't have to worry about all of those braids hanging down in the back. It will just be like all connected. So by the time you finish doing your braid down, it should just probably be like 1 or 2 pieces, maybe 3 at most, depending on how thick your hair is, to have those little tails down. And you can just kind of tuck them in between the braids, or if you want to sew it down, you can. It's up to you, but I don't do all that. I just tuck my braids and I get straight into my ball cap. So I'm going to continue to show you guys how I just braided like the half of my head, and then I will go ahead and do the other half off camera. So stay tuned. Like I said, y'all, this video going to be lengthy, but it's going to be very detailed, and it's a display at the end, of course. So keep watching. Okay, they ain't the prettiest, but they flat, so that's all that matters, y'all. Y'all see my little gray at the top? Ooh, child. Y'all good girl is getting old, child. It'd be the stress for me, but nevertheless, now our braids are on flat. Of course, we gotta go in with our Beautiful Hustler growth oil. Just don't think, just because y'all don't see me promote my oil all the time like I should, don't think that this is not what I use. Like, I oil my scalp with every braid down, okay? This is what keeps my hair just growing and glowing, just growing and glowing, just growing and glowing, okay? Yes, we love our wigs. Yes, we love our lace, but healthy hair is a must underneath our installments, okay? So when I do my braid downs, I have to oil my hair, period. But here is a key tip. When you are oiling your hair, do not, and I'm gonna say this again, do not place the oil on your edges, okay? And I'm gonna show you when the time you're supposed to use your oil. So first, right now, what I'm doing is I went in with my lace prep, and the lace prep is a 99% isopropyl, aka fancy way to say alcohol. Yes, I use 99% alcohol to clean my skin. If you are allergic to alcohol, you can use, what is it called? Like the witch hazel, the sea breeze. You can use those as alternatives if you are allergic to alcohol. But me, I'm not. So I will be using the 99% alcohol to clean my skin. And then once I did that, I went in with my skin protectant, my Beautiful Hustler Lacer, what the heck? My Beautiful Hustler skin protectant, and I sprayed my hairline, and then I blow dried it together. And now I'm taking my Tresemme holding spray and spraying back my edges. So for some people, they like to do the ball cap first and then do their skin protectant. But me, I alcohol, make sure that's dry. Then I spray that skin protectant, and then I blow dry it on in. And if you do it like this, once you notice that when you blow dry and you go to sleek your edges up, your skin is going to feel extremely dry. But that is a good thing, because what it's doing is like draining all the dirt and oil out of your hair, which will also help your installation last even longer. So clean your skin, spray your protectant, blow dry it, and then, you know, sleek back your edges. Whether you do the gel method or you want to use the holding spray, is up to you. It's your preference. Now we are going to go in with that Beautiful Hustler Growth Oil, and I did switch the bottle up, and it is now a little drop top, because you know you got the little drops and you squeeze it or whatever. And like I mentioned before, when you are applying the oil, you want to start applying it about 1 inch behind your hairline. Do not put the oil on your edges, because that just defeats your whole purpose of your prepping for your install. You do not need any oil or dirt. Your hairline should be dirt and oil free before you apply your lace, because you want your lace to stick and you also want it to last. So like I mentioned, once again, y'all, place that oil about 1 inch, maybe even 1.5 inches behind your hairline, and then you can go ahead and oil your scalp, and then take your fingers, drag it in, do what you want to do, whatever, and make sure you clean your hands to get that alcohol off, because you don't want to transfer that alcohol from your braids onto your hairline. Okay, so now that we braided down, we on flat, we done cleaned our skin, we done oiled our hair, so our hair will be growing underneath our install. Now it's time to do the ball cap. Now, the reason why I'm using 2 caps, because I'm too lazy, like I mentioned, to sew the braids down, or even you know, put them in between. I was just like, yeah, whatever. So I applied the first cap. Like I mentioned, you do not have to use both caps. I just did it because I just felt like it. But you know, you don't have to use 2 caps. You can use 1 cap. But we are using the Beautiful Hustler brand wig caps as well. If you guys don't know, you should know by now. Yes, I have my own caps as well. I like to stretch them out as much as they can stretch, and you ain't gotta do this whole little ski mask stuff, you know, bang bang shoot 'em up Robin Hood cap look. Okay, you can just stretch it down if you please, and you know, do your ball cap method and cut the extra off. But me, I'm not trying to be not able to breathe and not be able to see, so that's why I cut the little 2 holes right there by my eyes. So yeah, you can do that step. It'll help you see better when you're doing your ball cap. Now, I know everybody has their ways of doing their ball caps. Some like to just use the gel holding spray. Some people use holding spray only. But for me, and you don't have to follow exactly what I do, you could just take what resonates with you, what you need, you know, to help you with your install, and you can keep it pushing. But if you do want to do this ball cap method, one great thing about it, well, actually I have like about 2. One, it also aids in your installation sticking longer, because your cap will be just as secured as your wig, which is a great thing. And 2, honestly, once you do that 1 layer of glue and just do your holding spray on top, your wig is, not your wig, but your cap is secure. It's not going to roll back. It's not going to move. Sometimes when you use only that got to be gel for your ball cap, it takes an extremely long time to dry. So you really have to sit there and blow dry or sit under the dryer. And then by the time you cut the cap, it's still rolling back. Like, you just don't even want to go through that whole headache. And sometimes with the got to be spray alone, it be stuck. But to me, it don't be stuck. You get what I'm saying? So I'd rather just do this one little method and get my ball cap on point and keep it pushing. So once I applied that 1 layer of glue, and then I took that Tresemme holding spray, I blow dried it till it was completely dry. It looks clear in those sections because the glue has dried clear. So now that I'm cutting that extra cap off my hairline, The cap is not rolling back, it's not moving. I'm just cutting the thick parts that's not melted in, and I'm just cutting the rest away. And for that little piece that's hanging in the back, I'm just gonna tuck it underneath that first ball cap, and boom, your cap is on, it's secured. But now, of course, you have to use your foundation to get your ball cap to really get that bald effect and that pop. So I'm gonna go in with that Ruby Kisses foundation, 2-color palette, cream foundation. I prefer to use cream. I do not like powder. If I do not have any cream, if I do have liquid foundation, I would use it as a replacement, but I never ever use powder. It's just too messy. It gets all over the place. It's just not for me. But if it works well for you, do you, by all means. But I'm going in with that level 13 palette, and I'm applying that foundation all on the front of the lace. And honestly, I didn't know my braids was gonna go that far back, but if you can, or you plan on doing this style, just make sure you add a little foundation extra a little further back, depending on the style you're achieving. If you're just doing a simple middle style part, you'll be fine. But if you're going to braid your lace like I did in this video, then definitely apply enough foundation. But ball cap is complete, and now it's time to move on to part 2 of this video, which is the installation process. Whew, let's take a breath, y'all, because I did say this video will be very lengthy, but I feel like I owe y'all this. I was on strike, you know what I'm saying, and I just really feel like y'all deserve this video. So let's give it to y'all. So now it's time to install this wig. Now the first thing I'm going to do is actually try the wig on my head, and I'm going to cut the extra lace from around my ear first. Now if you a big fan of me or my channel, or you watch my videos, you know I usually do this step after I be done glued the wig down and need to cut the extra around the ears. But I decided to do this part first, and that's because I wanted the wig to kind of sit on my head perfectly before I start the gluing process. And also, just, you know, to throw that in there, if you guys see me looking sideways, that's because I finally decided to buy a mirror after all this time from Walmart. That way I can have my mirror sitting in front of me so I can actually see what I'm doing, because usually when I'm recording my own hair installs, I just look directly into the camera and do my hair, trying to see through this little phone camera, which gets annoying. It starts to hurt my eyes after a while. So I decided to stop being lazy and just drive across the street to Walmart. It's literally across the street, y'all. Cross the street to Walmart and just buy me the dang on mirror so I can see what I'm doing, which will also help me make my videos more clear, which I love how the quality of this video came out. It seemed very up close, personal, and clear, so you guys can see what I'm doing, and I can see what I'm doing, and I feel better about my install. But however, after I tried the wig on, I took that same Ruby Kisses foundation and I applied it on the lace part, on the bottom and on the top, just to make sure it's going to be super blended. And now I'm taking my mega bottle size adhesive, and yes, even though the top is not gold, it is still our new and improved formula. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the gold tops with this size. You know, I had to beg them to get me this size, okay? So they didn't have the tops for it, but yes, it is still the updated, new and improved formula that I was talking about a while ago when I told you guys I was going to drop it. And the reviews are going crazy. Nothing but good, positive feedback. Like, everybody's leaving reviews. People telling me they've been going swimming, they wig still intact, they ain't got to get no touch up. I'm just loving all the feedback. I'm loving the good vibes. I'm loving the positive energy, and it just makes me want to keep the restocks coming back to back to back to back to back. And I'm also trying to work on a new product, which we'll talk about that later on. But I'm going to apply, I want to say I applied 4 layers. I think I'm going to show you guys every single layer because I wanted this video to be as detailed as possible. And I also wanted to show you guys how this glue turns completely clear. And let me say this, I see it in some tutorials that I watch and it makes me cringe. Please stop placing the caps, stop placing your wigs in the glue when it is still white. I don't know why I see a lot of people do that, but please stop doing that. Be patient, allow the glue to turn clear. It still turns clear quickly. I do not blow dry my glue in between layers. I don't do that at all. I just patiently wait for it to turn clear. And honestly, once you clean your hairline right, And once you prep your wig, you know, your ball cap right, and you spread those layers thin and even, they turn clear quickly. Okay, so please be patient. Don't rush and just put the lace down while the glue is still white, because it's going to create a mess, and you just want a nice and clean, you know, install. So please take heed to that piece of information. As y'all can see already, the lace glue is turning clear, and when it turns clear, it really turns clear, and that's how you know when your lace is ready. But I'm going to go ahead and go in with another layer, and once that layer is completely clear, we will go ahead and begin to melt down our lace. So we have applied all layers, and as you can see, the glue is clear. That means it is ready to be placed down. So I'm going to start by applying the side, because it kind of matched my hairline perfectly on this side. So I just went and I picked the lace up and I placed it right where I wanted it to be. I had to kind of adjust it a little bit. Before you make your final like push in, make sure it is laying exactly where you need it to lay. So I'm just placing that side, and I went ahead and combed it in. Now I'm working my way to the other side. I like to pull down and press, pull down and press, pull down and press. And you want to bring that lace past where you applied the glue. If you can get it directly in the glue where you need it to be, perfect. Do it if you can do it. But if you're not so sure and you really can't see where that glue is stopping, just place your wig a little bit past where you think the glue is going to stop, because whatever is not glued is going to get cut off anyway. So it's perfectly fine. Whatever is not glued will get cut off anyways. So once you actually place your place your wig into that glue, you can go ahead and comb it in, and you can also go in with your blow dry on the heat setting and blow dry your lace on in. So that's what I'm going to do. I always mention, y'all, doing your own wigs is not easy. So even if it may seem like it's so easy, it is not, okay? It takes some real patience, okay? But now I'm going to go ahead and unravel my brand new melt belt, and I'm going to tie down my lace. I let my melt belt sit for 5 to 10 minutes. The longer you let it sit, the better. But that thing can be pretty tight, so don't squeeze your damn brain out, you know what I'm saying, because you want your lace to be melted. It's still going to do what it's supposed to do, and it's going to give what it's supposed to give. So no worries, beauties, no worries at all. But to kind of speed up the process, what I'm going to do today is blow dry on the heat setting while that melt belt is on. That way I can kind of kill two birds with one stone, and I ain't got to wait that long. So once I finish blow drying that melt belt for a few minutes, I'm going to go ahead and remove it, and then begin to razor off the extra lace using our lace glider. Excuse me, having my little private conversation. Papa, trying to talk to me while he see I'm recording. But nevertheless, y'all. So now that we removed that melt belt, I'm going to go ahead and comb down the lace, the hair that's going to be removed once I use the lace glider. And then I'm going to tack down a little piece on the side because it was not stuck all the way. But as I mentioned, I'm going to go ahead and pull those hairs down. And then I'm going to take a brand new fresh lace glider. And like I mentioned, y'all, make sure the glider is fresh because it will cut better. You won't have to do so much when you use a fresh glider. So I'm taking a fresh lace glider and I'm just razoring off all of that extra lace that was not needed for the installation. And I did have like a small little piece that was lifted on the side, so I'm gonna go in right now and just apply like 1 or maybe 2 light layers on that corner, and I'm gonna cut whatever extra was from around my ear that was preventing it to lay down completely flat. So I'm just do that real quick. Like I tell y'all, just do what you can, and whatever you miss, you could just go back and touch up. It's not the end of the world. We don't always get it perfect the right time. Sometimes we gotta take a little extra measures to get the job done. So I just went in with a little of that adhesive again, and I'm taking my spreader and just spreading it out, and I'm gonna let that turn clear, and then I'm gonna go ahead and place that glue, place that lace right into that glue, give it a nice little firm press, and I'm going to blow dry on heat. And once I do that, I will cut off the extra lace that was not needed. As y'all can see, it's a little piece right there that's just not letting me do what I need to do. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off and move right along to the other side, and I'm gonna finish razoring off this lace, and we'll move on to the next step. So I hope y'all enjoying this video thus far. It is a lot of information, it's a lot of teas, but just keep on watching. So the whole wig is tacked down, and I'm just going in one more time with the blow dryer and just blow drying everything in once again. But it is definitely giving natural tease, natural vibes, very melted. And we're gonna move on with our second step of our melting process. So what I'm gonna do now is pull down a thin layer across the front. And you already know what I'm going to do with this part. We're going to go ahead and plait this out the way, because we will use this section for baby hairs. And once we do that on both sides, I'm going to go back in with that level 13 palette and apply that foundation across my hairline one more time, because this is what I do, and it helps you get that extra melted look, extra blended look. So we all want our lace to be melted, and we all want our lace to be blended. So yes, this step is very necessary. Okay, so I'm going to apply that, pull down that thin layer, plait it up out the way, apply more foundation, and then I'm going to take my Tresemme holding spray and spray my hairline down, and then tie it down again with that melt belt, and I'm going to let that sit. So make sure you guys are staying tuned. I hope y'all taking notes, because I've been dropping a lot of bombs, okay? Make sure y'all use these notes to y'all advantage. Show me some appreciation. Let me know that these tips is working for y'all, how y'all feel about it. A lot of y'all send me DMs now, and y'all be like, y'all learned a lot. So I really do appreciate it, that you guys are actually benefiting from my channel. And I'm going to try to bring you guys some new heat. Now that I got my mirror in front of me, I just really feel like I could do way more looks, because I can really see what I'm doing. And this look was very fun, I'm not gonna lie. It was a bit annoying to sit there and braid, because I hate having to like twist my head and my arms in a weird direction just so I can feel like I'm braiding. But nevertheless, we'll get into all that later. But right now, like I mentioned, I'm going to take that foundation again and that Tresemme, spray the hairline, and I'm going to tie that thing down and really let it melt and sit in. Okay, so make sure you guys keep on watching. Lengthy tutorial part 3, the styling. So do y'all see the scalp? Yes, giving a girl what's supposed to give, period, poo, her. So yes, I went ahead and removed that melt belt. I let it sit and completely dry for 10 minutes. The longer you let it sit, the better the results, the better the melt and all of that. And always make sure you guys get all that extra lace from around your ears, because yes, you want your wig to sit comfortable. Now, the reason I chose to do this style, one, because it's been a trending look. Two, I wanted to try these crazy, like out of place, messy, all over the place baby hair looks that people been doing. I may not have done it like how y'all been seeing it, but one, I was in a rush to go somewhere. Two, I was just like, maybe I should did my baby hairs before the braids. But then when I just did it, I just went with the flow. Like, when you come up with your own creativeness, like, who can tell you did it wrong? You know what I'm saying? So y'all, stop being hard on yourselves when it comes to baby hairs and then not looking like how you may have seen somebody else look like. Just find your own little uniqueness in your baby hairs. Like, what you do with your craft and your creativity, like, nobody can tell you it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? So how I did my baby hairs, how it came out, hey, it is what it is. They was cute to me, and they was cute to others, and just overall, I love the style. But I want to talk a little bit about the braiding. So when you are doing the braided look for this style, basically this is a lace frontal wig. So you can do this style with any lace frontal wig that you have, or if you are doing like a frontal in bundles, you can do this look as well, because all you need is that full parting space from ear to ear, not the lace front. I described to you guys the difference before in a previous tutorial. What's the difference between a lace frontal and a lace front? With a lace frontal, you have a full parting space from ear to ear. It's going to give you the same parting space from ear to ear that you will have with a full lace. But a lace front only has about 4 inches of parting space in the middle, and on the sides, it'd be about 1 inch of parting space. No. You cannot do this look with that type of wig. So make sure you are getting a lace frontal wig or a full lace. That way you can have that full parting space range, okay? Now, as far as the parting for the braid, I kind of was going for like, okay, I tried to start the first braid with kind of like a curve. That way I can kind of curve the first 4 to 5 braids, and then when I get to the other side, kind of make it match up in a way. And you can do as many braids as you please, okay? I've seen some people do only 6 braids. I've seen some people do 8 braids. I've seen some people do 10. Whatever you want to do is your install, is your look, is your creativity. So do what you please. Now for me, I would say I did maybe 8 braids. I'm trying to think. I think I did like maybe 8 or 9 braids. So I did about 4 curved braids on this side. And then once I finish this one side up, I'm going to kind of start curving the other side to kind of blend in. So you will see that once I'm done with this side. But with this style, some people braid the braids all the way down to the end. I didn't do that. I just braided about halfway and I just left the rest curly. I didn't secure with no rubber band or nothing like that, because I mean, it's really going to take a lot for your braids to unravel, and you know, it's just like was not necessary in my opinion. So I'm just going to keep parting and braiding. I really wish Shari was here for this part, because if she could have braided my hair for me, that would have been great, because my arms be tight as heck, y'all. But I just still made it do what it do. And honestly, I was very, very nervous. And if I did not have my mirror, I would have not been able to do this style, especially not standing up and on camera, because that's how I usually was, you know, doing my tutorials. But now I'm able to sit down in my hair chair and just really focus on that mirror. So yeah, y'all know, like, if you do your own hair and you ain't got no mirror like you want, you get what I'm trying to say, okay? But I'm just going to keep parting those sections and just braiding the hair in the same direction of the parting. So if the parting is curved, I'm going to braid it curved. If the parting is straight, I'm going to braid straight. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue braiding this, and then I will go off and come back on with the new beat face. And I did not do my makeup for this video. I actually went to a makeup artist here in Miami, and her name is Makeup with Moya. Yes, y'all, follow her. She is only 20 years old, and she is so bomb. She is from Jamaica. She's new to Miami. so bomb. Love her energy, so talented. Like, I absolutely love the work she did. So y'all will see that later on as well when I go off and I come back with that fresh beat, because I had to get to my makeup appointment about this time. So it was probably like 6 o'clock when I did my hair, and my makeup appointment was at 8, so I had to get busy, okay? But yes, nevertheless, I'm going to go ahead and continue braiding and let you guys see what I'm doing. And then I will get, started on braiding the other side. So just keep watching. Braiding that fourth braid, I kind of like started to straighten it up a little bit because I want to be able to start curving the rest of the braids, and I didn't want to keep braiding all the way over. So I went ahead and did that braid shorter so I can start, the curving process on this side. So as you guys can kind of see, like based on how I'm parting, how, like the idea that I was going for. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue parting off those sections and just keep braiding those braids straight, in the direction that the parts are going. So the reason why I started to braid on the bottom side, because I wanted to really make sure that I did, you know what I'm saying, like the right kind of curve for the braids. And by the way, it was way easier to braid on this side than the other side. I even felt like the braids look even better on this side than on the other side as well. But I don't care. Overall, the style was still cute, so I ain't really sweat it. I ain't, be too hard on myself because it still looked good. So, I wasn't really mad or whatever, but I'm still curving those parts and, just getting everything to blend on in. And, you got to know how to, flip the braids so you can start plaiting regular instead of killing yourself trying to stretch your arm out like you're a damn octopus to get the braid all the way down. If you know, you know, okay? So I just, braided it far down enough so I could flip it underneath and just plait the rest down. That way I don't have to hold my hands above my head in that awkward position. But after this braid, we have about 2 more braids, and then that'll be the end of our braiding process. And then I will show you guys the beat that I had when it got done. So stay tuned for more. Don't go nowhere yet. We are almost to the finish line. Almost there, y'all. I know it's been lengthy, and I appreciate y'all for tuning in, but we almost there, y'all, so stick with me. much how the style is going to be. And I'm just flipping out the hair, and boom, I'm back with a B, period, period. Okay, more, you hook me up, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I might just have her do my makeup every time when I'm doing my tutorials, because I hate having to do my makeup then do my hair. It just be so annoying and just so unnecessary to me. But now I went and got my face beat, so at this point it's about 10 o'clock, and I had to be at a hosting at a club. So yeah, at this point, the reason why my baby hairs came out the way it came out too, because we was on a press for time, and I really had intentions on swooping like exotic baby hairs, but when I seen a press for time we was on, it was like, you know what, I'm finna curl these things, and however they come out, they come out. But I was still feeling it at the end of the day, so I wasn't mad. But the trick to the baby hairs, do y'all see this very tiny flat iron? Okay, this is the edges flat iron, and this is a little arrogant tip that he showed in his class. I ain't paid for the class, y'all, but somebody linked it on YouTube, but you know your girl was gonna check it out, of course. So yes, I had went and got the same little small little flat iron, and I am curling my baby hairs before I do it. So at this point, I'm just curling in however it looked, but I was able to work with it in the long run, so I wasn't too mad about it. So I curled the sideburn pieces, and as you can see, I cut them way longer than usual because I was trying to figure out how I was gonna finesse and create these baby hairs. But I'm just curling everything super hard. I'm trying to get that real C curl in there. That way I can really kind of freestyle the baby hairs. So I'm just curling everything super hard, and I'm curling the sideburn area backwards. And now I'm just gonna go in with some of my mousse. I'm gonna use a little bit of my mousse. What is it called? Jesus, I had a brain fart, y'all. What's the name of my mousse? My Define Me. That's what it's called, Define Curls Mousse. Ooh, child, law. Ooh, that's bad, huh? I forgot the name, y'all. But yes, my Define Curls Mousse, and as I mentioned before, it smells really good. It smells like strawberries, and you know, I just wanted the baby hairs to be like soft looking. I didn't want to do like the gel baby hairs, especially because I was gonna press for time, and I didn't want to do too much, honestly. So I'm just taking some of that mousse and just using the edge brush and just swooping it. I don't know what look I was going for. Like I told y'all, I just basically freestyled it and just stick with something that looked the best, in my opinion, at this point in time. So if y'all don't like the baby hairs, then that's on y'all. Honestly, I mean, I just did what I had to do so I could get to where I had to be. But overall, I felt like it was still cute in a messy, disorganized kind of way. Like I said, don't be too hard on yourself. It looked good in the long run for me. People were still like, oh my God, the baby hairs is creative or whatever. And I want my baby hairs like that. People was all in the club like, oh my God, I want to book you for the same exact style. So I guess overall, shoot, they was feeling it. And I mean, I was feeling it. I was still feeling cute and, you know, whatever. So I'm just taking a mousse and just doing whatever at this point. I try to do the little swoop in the middle. It ain't come out perfect, but oh well. I'm still using that little flat iron to my advantage, and the rest, I'm just adding a little mousse to the sides, and I just let the rest just be whatever it was gonna be. Like, I ain't touched nothing else. I went out exactly just like that. I took my pictures just like this, but I still got positive feedback. So I mean, I still liked it. I mean, it wasn't the look that I was actually going for, honestly, because I was planning on really doing my baby hairs, but it worked for the night, and it was still cute and different. So I guess it's all about creativity. As long as you like it, I don't care. You know, you shouldn't really care what nobody else think anyway. But yes, this is it. I mean, I don't know what to say, but I'm just keep playing with my baby hairs until I get that look, you know, that little desired look. But the purpose of curling the baby hairs before you actually style them actually makes things easier for you, because especially when you're doing exotic baby hairs, it just helps you swoop everything, you know what I'm saying? But like I mentioned, this is just like the final look for the baby hairs. And now I'm just going in with that foundation and just lining up my parts. I'm not going to really black spray anything because it's braids, so you don't want the braids to look, you know, funny looking, I guess. So I'm just adding that foundation into my parts, because remember I told y'all some of my yellow cap was showing, like the nude cap, like the places I didn't add foundation, and that's what made me go in with this what do you call it, angle brush. and apply that foundation in my parts. But however, we are almost to the finished look. I'm just going to lightly add just a little bit of my mousse. I did not want a wet look, okay? So I'm not going to add a lot of mousse. I just wanted to fluff the hair out, but it still be kind of defined. Like I mentioned, I did not want a wet look. If you want to do the style as a wet look, you can. But because this wig was so long and so full, I wanted to use that to the advantage and just make the hair big, puffy, and flowy. Like, if y'all can see the length, and I'm so mad I didn't show y'all the length, it's really, really long. I'll try to post another picture maybe in the community section, but I absolutely love this Westkiss wig. I always love their curly wigs. Like, they're always bomb, always great quality, and always super full. So I'm just going to continue to, you know, just add mousse into the hair, and then I will be back with the finishing video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this long video. I missed y'all. I hope y'all missed me. I hope y'all find this video very helpful. Y'all see a girl looking cute or whatever, snatch, period. And I will see y'all the next time. Make sure y'all subscribe and leave a thumbs down below. Bye.